Hello everyone. So we have coded a Caesar cipher, and we also coded the how to decrypt it, and my decrypt spelling was not right. There was a Y instead of I, so you could correct it in the decryption code that we wrote. It's the spelling mistake. The code works fine. And so today we will see some couple of new ideas which we haven't met before. So first of all, what we're gonna do is we can rewrite this piece of code as a function. So how do we do it? We know we'll keep the import string there itself, and this will pass as the parameter, so we can do that. And all this we can push right to the right, and let's call we can call a function name, right? Definition, maybe cipher, right? Cipher, and first let it be the string and then be the k. And then so here we're defining alpha string ASCII lowercase and everything, and then we need to also return the encrypt, right? Yeah. And this will not work because we have to modify it. And to call this, how will you call what? So we can call it something like, right, print. Suppose if you define s equal to say CAB, and then say print s and cipher, right? And I can say s comma say k, for example. Let's keep it as 1, so it's easy for me. So looks like it is gonna work. Let us test it. Yeah, CAB, so C becomes D, A becomes B, and C. So, and we can, for example, test also one more time if you guys want. Print, for example, s equal to a great day, right? I think this is somewhere here. Yeah, we have last time we have checked, I believe, that one. And I can go here as, right, and cipher Caesar s comma k was 4, right? I think last time it was that one. And then let us do say EKVIEXXHEC, right? Yeah, this is the guy. So it is seems to work, right? So now that's the point. So now let's take a moment of break, and I will talk about the assert statement. So let's go to our favorite place, the IPython. So what we have, so assert, ASSERT, is a very simple statement. So basically nothing. So if I say x, say m equal to 25, I can say assert m equal to 25. So assert. So what does it mean is basically it checks if the m is 25, and if not, it gives an error. So let us check. See, assertion error. This is what we want. So we can also have expressions and everything. I can say p equal to 1, q equal to 5 or something, and I can say assert p plus q, right? I can say greater than 3, right? It works, right? And but if I say assert, same thing, assertion error. So so can we use this to as a testing tool for the code that we wrote? For example, when we write a piece of code, it may work for some conditions and it may not work for some other conditions. So we can, what is the thing here? So we can see how this works. So so let us say cab, right? We know cab has to be D, B, C, right? So I can add, I can say print, right? I can just here assert, I can say assert what? Assert D, right? D, B, C, right? Equal to cipher, Caesar, cab, right? 1. Means what I'm asking, the answer to this, which has to be what? We were supposed to get D, B, C, and that has to be equal to this. Otherwise, tell me, let me know. That's what we are saying. So let us do, right? There is no problem. So next one, we can also do the second one, assert, right? That one is this, right? But we didn't use the capitalization. If we want, we can use, so it's a lower, our answer is in lower, equal to cipher, Caesar cipher, and it was a great day, right? And again it was K was 4, right? So I can check, it also works. So both of them are working. So for example, you can all create conditions, which conditions, maybe a bunch of conditions where your code needs to satisfy, and run a set of test conditions at the bottom of your code, and then see if your code is breaking at any given test condition and catch it, and find out, okay, this is working for A, B, C, D, E, but it's not working for F. So what I can do, so so this is the assert statement. Now so let us say if I go back here, this is called fun Caesar cipher, right? If I just say here, come here, I say import, right? We learned we all fun, right? So you see, I get all these print statement. See, there's all the prints that I wrote, this print, right? All those stuff, I'm getting all those things. So one of the things that we can have a help, for example, I wrote this, where I'm testing a piece of this code, but I want to use this guy from somewhere, like here. I go here and I want to say fun Caesar cipher dot cipher Caesar ABC, right? 1, right? I want to use like that. Then I don't want to see any of me. There may be much more of a testing things and conditions which will be there in that piece of code, but I am not interested to see any of those things. When I am just import, I just want to use this function, you know. But when I'm dealing with this piece as the main code where I'm working, I want to test it and use it, I want to see all the prints. So what we can do is what I can do is I can use, there is something called name. Okay, there's a variable Python already defines for your name. So and the value is main. So when I run this code as a top level file, this is the main thing. So if I'm running it here, like, you know, I'm running it here, that value, the name, the variable value becomes main. This is my main file. So I can use that. What I can do is I can wrap all these under an if and say if name the 2 underscore, okay, otherwise you'll keep getting errors and you won't know why. Name equal to main underscore underscore colon, and if I wrap that, I can put it like that, which means when I import it, this piece of code, none of this will be working. This, I won't see anything. This will work. Now if I run as a main file, invalid this one is an if statement, not equal to, right, as a question, equal to. So if I run this as a main file, as a top file, none of this will be run. It will run only when you run as a top level file. So I can now see all my assertion. If it fails, the error message, everything will come. But if I import it here, it won't work. Since I already imported it one time, I have to exit, or I can use the import library, and I can reload it. Import dot reload. I can say one, right? So now I see it's just importing. I imported it again because this is just we can maybe discuss another time. I already imported, so the changes I made won't come into that. It won't take place unless I re-import it. So, or I have to exit and redo that. So we'll discuss at some point. So I just reloaded it again. This one is a cipher, and I am not seeing. Earlier when we imported, we saw all the prints were coming, but now it is not coming. So it's very simple. So things we discussed today. Main thing is that we wrapped up Caesar cipher into a function, which is very simple. Now we are passing s and k as an argument. K is our shift value, and it is returning back the encrypt value. And we also saw the assert statement, which is basically very simple. I know that the answer to this is this, so I can equate it. If it is not equating, it will throw me an error, and I can have many 10 or 20 test conditions here. So this is also a way of testing the piece of code that you wrote. And here also we saw there's a Python itself gives us a name underscore name underscore variable whose value will be equal to main when you run it as a top file. So if I run this script as a main file, and it will run if you as an imported, none of this piece of test cases will be run. So it's a main thing. If you just want something to run when you run it as a top level file, and when it's imported you don't want to see it, we can wrap it under this if condition. So I believe it was so easy to follow, and thank you very much for watching.